If you're not Nigerian, please, I'd like you to just stay with me throughout this class. And if you're Nigerian as well and you'd like to learn, please also stay throughout this class. Let's quickly learn something new today. Now, for you that are non-Nigerian, can you have a cursory look at the pronunciations that are written down here? Do you think you can guess what word that they refer to without looking here? So the first word we've got here is fuel, dwell, dwell, and duel. If you've not met any Nigerian before in your life, and the first time you hear this word, I'm sure you probably will not understand what they are talking about. Now, probably you've met a Nigerian before and you've listened to them. I guess you might be able to understand what a Nigerian is talking about when they say this word. But honestly, many Nigerians don't get it that all of these words here are rhymes, right? The purpose is to understand that all of these words are rhymes. That means the rest of the word, apart from the first phoneme, should be pronounced in the exact same way. So we're looking at the first phoneme here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all the initial phonemes of the word, but the rest of the word should be pronounced in the exact same way, at least mostly in the exact same way. So let's quickly have a look at how to pronounce these words in British English and American English. So for Britons, they say fuel, fuel. You can see the transcription, fuel. Now they can also say fuel, fuel. So if you listen, this comes in two beats, fuel, fuel, but this is just in one beat, fuel. Now they say jewel, jewel. Now this jewel is more like the pronunciation that this word gets in fast speech, but normally the pronunciation is duel, duel. But if you look now in Daniel Jones dictionary, you will see that this pronunciation has taken over from this pronunciation. So mostly in British English, what you're most likely to hear them say is jewel, jewel. Same way with this word, this is jewel as well, jewel. Now Nigerians will say duel. So it's kind of funny how we say dwell here and duel here. And that's because we're often looking at the spelling, because there's an E here, then we say dwell, and there's an A here, we say dwell. And the final word we have here is jewel. So Britons say jewel, jewel. That's what Britons say, jewel. And let's quickly have a look at what Americans pronounce. Americans say fuel, not so far. So they say fuel, and they can also say fuel, right? So this is in one syllable. I think, yeah, in one syllable, yes. So this is in one syllable, fuel, and this is in two syllables, fuel. This is in two syllables, duel, duel. This is also in two syllables, duel. This is in two syllables, jewel. So you can see the differences, right? The truth of the matter is most people who pronounce these words just the exact way I've written here are people who don't really know anything about the English phonetics or the English phonology, or they've not really learned or understood oral English, because when you pass through oral English classes in school, in secondary school, you probably would have seen all of these words, especially in terms of rhyme. When they're talking about rhymes in oral English, you must have come across these four words. Now, the major problem or the major challenge that Nigerians have, and not just Nigerians, many other English learners all around the world, second language learners, is the fact that there's usually no schwa in other languages. I guess maybe European languages have the schwa there, but African languages, you hardly ever see a schwa. So when there is no schwa, what do? The thing that you are most likely to do is to do some level of approximation. So you can approximate the schwa. If you can't realize the schwa, what's the best phoneme, or what's the best vowel sound that you can use to replace the schwa? The schwa as air sound doesn't really sound that ridiculous to me. I don't know about you. So for example, if we try to have a more congruent Nigerian pronunciation, what we're going to realize is something like fuel, and we can have duel. So I wrote duel here because I'm sure I feel since a lot of Nigerians can say few and due, we can say few, due, and well. So we can say few well and due well. That means we can say few well and due well. All right, and we can say duel as well for this word, and not a dual road. Maybe you can say a dual road, duel. But if you want to get a more holistic pronunciation, you can say jewel or duel, jewel or duel, jewel, duel. In American English, duel. And finally, duel. Yeah, so I think I picked all of these things from how a lot of Nigerians pronounce jewel. So this is pronounced jewel in Nigerian English. In standard English is jewel. Okay, so let's quickly go through the appropriate pronunciation, and I'm going to quickly I'm going to have a look at just the British pronunciation, the British English pronunciation. This is actually the recommended standard British pronunciation, often known or often called the RP, received pronunciation. So we have fuel, jewel, jewel. So you can see in standard British English, 1, 2, 3 are homophones. This means that they're all pronounced the same way, right? So this is jewel, jewel, jewel. All right? I hope you learned something new today. I'm King Ife, and I'm more than anything, love to see you prosper. Please like and share and subscribe. Thank you.